Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm finally going to review the new episode of Glee, episode 14, season 4, I Do. Now, I didn't review it yesterday because I didn't get to rewatch the episode yesterday, plus I was trying to figure out how to explain it because that was an amazing episode, and definitely probably the best episode of the season so far. I mean, Glee has been delivering some of the best episodes of all time this year. You know, Thanksgiving, Swan Song, and Diva, and Now I Do, and the breakup. I think the four, Thanksgiving, Swan Song, the breakup, and I Do. Those are my 4 favorite episodes so far. But this episode was really amazing. I loved everything about it. So, the episode, of course, was about Will and Emma's wedding. Will they get married? Will they not? And Finn is very concerned. He did not tell Will that he kissed Emma, and he said he regrets it. He said it was just in the heat of the moment. He didn't know what else to do. He had been spending so much time with her. He got so close to her. And so that happens, and he tells Rachel. By the way, I love all the Finn and Rachel conversations in this. I love how they did it, because I was, like, when they broke up, I'm saying, okay, I'm going to go to Brody and Rachel and see how this works, because I think this can work better. Worst mistake I ever made, because these two together, again, it was great, because they're very playful in this episode. They're not very serious. They don't take over the whole episode like everyone says they do. They are just very, very playful. And she basically tells him, it's okay, you don't have to worry about it. He then is told by Will to sing a song for the wedding, and Rachel decides to cover it up by just having the both of them sing a song, which I think was nice of her to do. She said she'll just take the lead and he'll just swing the background, and he doesn't have to tell her. And in the end, then, well, not the end, but the end of this storyline is that Emma ends up running away from the wedding. She doesn't want to be part of the wedding. She runs away. She doesn't want to get married. And I love the song they sang, by the way. I thought it worked perfectly the way they did it. It was set up really good. The only thing was, why was Will... I don't know if anyone else is talking about this, but why was Will asking for his good cufflinks if he's already at the wedding? I know it's part of the song, but they could have blocked it differently. Like, they could have started with him getting ready for the wedding and her already there. They could have done it differently. I mean, the blocking was a little strange, but I thought it worked pretty well. And, so then Emma takes off, basically, and then they end up having a reception, though, because Will decides, okay, you all are together, let's just have the reception. So, that's how that ends. So then Finn tells Will that they're gonna, Finn would like to stay as Glee Club leader partners with Will, and they're going to find Emma together, and so that's going to happen. Alright, now let's get to the stuff I want to talk about the most. Finn and Rachel. Loved them in this episode. I thought they were great. Now a lot of people are saying, oh, Rachel cheated, Rachel cheated, Rachel cheated. I'll get to that in a second, but basically, Finn and Rachel they were great in this episode, I think. They sang that duet, and that she loves me not scene I thought was perfect. I don't know if Finn was supposed to be drunk or whatever, but it was a perfect scene. She loves me not. And basically, Rachel did not bring Brody to the wedding because Brody did not want to go to a stranger's wedding who he didn't even know. So, Rachel ended up going by herself, and she ends up having a nice time with Finn. And basically, then what happens is, Finn is completely just, he does this, she loves me not. He said the relationships are a lot like flowers. And I loved Rachel's line, and I said, a little bit calmly when she said, are you telling me you want to be a gardener? I thought that was great, because just, this is the Finn and Rachel we love. The playful Finn and Rachel, you know, nothing like, yeah. So in the end, they end up having sex, and Rachel then walks out on Finn, goes to Brody, and a lot of people are saying Rachel cheated. But she didn't cheat because Brody said they are in an open relationship. Open relationship means you can date other people. So Rachel did not cheat. They can date other people. And we find out that, and so she asks Brody, oh, did you do anything while I was gone? No. First Brody asks Rachel, did you see Finn? She says how, yes, she did, but she doesn't tell him all the details. And then Brody basically says he spent the whole time watching weight videos, but really, he might be a prostitute, which is, I think, is huge for this show, and that's a big twist, because we've never had something like that on the show. Now, it could mean a lot of things, because all we saw was him closing a door and with money. He could be having financial problems, he could be a blackjack, he could be a businessman, he could have just won the lottery, we don't know. We honestly don't know, we'll have to see till the next episode, but, so then in the end, Rachel finds out, oh, she could be pregnant. So, what I think with her being pregnant, I think it's just going to be a stare. Because really, she just had sex with Finn, and that was, like, really early. So why is she taking a pregnancy test already? I don't know. But I think that I love the whole thing with Finn and Rachel. I thought it was really great. And, I think it's just going to be a scare, in my opinion. Now let's get to the Kurt and Blaine stuff. So, Kurt basically is trying to keep this as not going to a relationship. He doesn't tell Blaine about Adam. He doesn't tell Blaine he's dating Adam, which I don't really think Kurt is dating Adam. It doesn't seem like he was in the last episode. It seemed like they were just friends. But Blaine basically starts to get tired of it, and he tells Kurt, tell me we're not back together. And because this is after they have sex, but he tells Kurt, tell me we're not back together. And Kurt basically says how it was fun, and Blaine says he's not going to let him minimize this. It's no secret they were together. And in the end, this also ended the Kurt, Blaine, and Tina love triangle. Tina is yelling at Kurt, and when she tells Kurt, she accidentally tells Kurt about the vapor rub, and he's like, did you vapor rape my ex-boyfriend? Don't walk away from me, Tina Cohen Shane. I thought that was hilarious when he said that. In the end, Tina decides that she had this love for Blaine, and she knew it was impossible, but she still went for it because she really did like him. And in the end, Blaine and Kurt decide they're going to help Tina. Blaine's going to help her get a boyfriend and everything, and things work out between the two of them. And now let's get to Marley and Jake. I love this. I really did love this with Marley and Jake, because Jake basically doesn't know what to do for Marley. He wants her to have the best Valentine's Day, and Ryder is basically telling him, don't make it Valentine's Day, make it Valentine's Week. And in the end, so he does all this stuff for Marley and tells Ryder, I'm totally going to get laid today. And Ryder says, how can that happen? Marley is only a sophomore. She's just getting over her eating disorder. She's not ready for that. And in the end, Marley decides not to go through with it. And she ends up kissing Ryder. That was huge. So what do you guys ship? Do you guys like Charlie, or do you like Riley? I personally like Ryder and Marley. I think Jake and Marley have zero chemistry. I've said that I kind of like them in Naked. I thought that was their best episode for me. Sadie Hawkins, though, they had absolutely no chemistry. Ryder and Marley, though, they've had this insane chemistry. It was so weird they didn't get together. Plus, the only reason Marley to Jake is because Ryder had a class to do for his dyslexia, and he couldn't go on a date with her, so she just went on a date with Jake. So, I mean, a lot of people are talking about that. So that's the only reason why they're together. But I really hope Marley and Ryder get together, because in the end, I think Jake is kind of sensing something between the two of them, so we'll have to see what happens there. Now let's get to Artie and Betty, who I think was this is great. Allie was my favorite from the Glee project. From day one, she was my favorite. I wanted her to win, and I was so happy that they put her on here. Because the great thing about her character is everyone wanted her to be bitchy, and she is. This girl, so Emma basically tells Artie about this girl, and her name is Betty. And Betty is not a nice girl. She's a bitch, and she is popular. She's the complete opposite of Artie. She's popular, she's a bitch, and she's a slut, it seems like. And basically Artie tries to get closer, and eventually he dances with her, and they all go have sex, basically. And in the end, they decide that they're going to go on a real date, and I really love the two of them together. So I'm really thinking that they're trying to make up for Quinn and Artie. I like this better. I like Betty and Artie better because I still want Quinn and Sam together, but I'll get to the Quinn and Santana stuff after this. But I really love this plot. I'm really hoping we see Betty again. I'm not sure if we will, but I really hope we do because I think this could lead to a lot of really great things, especially if she's a senior. But if she's not a senior, that could be even more interesting. Now let's get to the thing I like the least about this episode, Quinn Santana. Now, a lot of people love this. For me, though, I think this was kind of ridiculous. I think the thing with this was that they were trying to show that sometimes when girls are in college and they're so hopeless and they've been friends for so long, this can happen. And it can. It absolutely can, because Quinn even said it. Basically, Quinn is tired of men, and they get completely drunk that they end up sleeping together and hooking up, basically, and having sex. And what ends up happening there is we don't know what actually happened after that. Left a lot of stuff open. I think really it was just Quinn basically says she's not going to do it again anytime soon. And I think Quinn was just in a very deep place that they got so drunk that she didn't know what else to do. And I guess she just really wanted something, and she was experimenting, trying to see if maybe she liked girls for a change, and really it ends up that she doesn't. She just wants Santana to be a friend. So, the episode basically ends with us finding, with everybody seeing anything can happen, which I liked better in the show than I did listening to it. I think the Artie part, now I understand why they had it. But we find out that Rachel could possibly be pregnant. And that is my review for the episode. And the next episode looks fantastic. I will put the link to the promo down below. I can't stop watching it. Just like the Smash promo, can't stop watching this. Glee is on top of its game again. This episode blew me away. It was completely amazing. Also, I loved that we didn't get a lot of Sam and Brittany. A lot of people were happy about that. And I was also happy that they kind of just focused mainly on these couples. They didn't focus on anybody else. I liked it. So this is arguably one of the best episodes of Glee they've ever done. It changed a lot for the show. What do you guys think of everything that happened? I think this is probably the best episode of the season. And I've been saying that for the past 2 weeks now. I said that with Diva. Did I say that with Naked? I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to say with this. This was the best episode of the season. And I think it was just a fantastic episode. I really loved everything about it. It wrapped up a lot of things. What do you guys think of Glee episode 14? Do you think Rachel is pregnant? Do you think it's a scare? It looks like Santana might help her with everything. And I was really hoping we'd see... This is the only thing I didn't like. I didn't like that we didn't get to see Santana, Kurt, and Rachel in New York. But I hear in the next episode, they're all going to be snowed in the same apartment. So we're going to see a lot more of them in the next episode. But we have to wait 3 weeks for the next episode. The next episode is all movies. It's all movie songs. They're going to do Come What May, which I did on my YouTube. And they're doing Footloose, and they're doing You're All the World to Me from Royal Wedding. And it looks like they're even going to do the scene from Royal Wedding where Fred Astaire goes up the wall. And that's going to be incredible. I can't wait for the next episode. That's it for my review of Glee, Season 4, Episode 14. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!